Hello YouTube, welcome to my first video on hopefully a long-lasting channel. I'm trying to make an ASMR video of me rebuilding this Ritchey Ultra from 1988. A little bit about this bike is that it has really cool fillet brazings, super cool parts, Mavic triple crankset with a green Mavic chain ring. It was created to be a single speed, super sig Grafton brakes on there. As you can see here are the new proof hubs that are dished for a single speed. Don't think I'll be having those on the finished bike, but we'll see where it goes. Anyways, that's enough of me talking. This here's a special bike, so I'll talk a little bit more about it later in the video, but go ahead and feel free to comment. This is my first video or first bike building video. I've built bikes for about 8 to 10 years, so if you see me mess up or doing something that I shouldn't be doing, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope to bring some of my other cool bikes into this channel and see if y'all like it. So I'll go ahead and jump in a little bit later. For now, go ahead and sit down, just enjoy this video.
barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and stop in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and stop in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and stop in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and stop at the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 이 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까
The Mickey Mouse.
So here's the bike all stripped off of just some of the excess parts or some of the externals right there before I start the cleaning process. This thing is turning out to be a super cool build and I am like super stoked to show you all, all that I did. My process for getting rid of a lot of dirt, grime, and just things that, dull the paint and a lot of like just nasty stuff that comes with sitting with a bike sitting next to a house for who knows, like 8 years or so. Yeah, I use WD-40 and a shop rag.
Yeah, it
and
gets
just
rid of a lot of the
go to town.
gunk.
And as you can see here, a lot of the stuff, like a little stain or a little scuff that's on there, eventually goes away. I guess our video stopped right there, but yeah, the cloth chain protector, if that's what it was intended to be. Yeah, it was definitely like a chain slap protector or chain stay protector. Left that gunky residue, so WD-40 just eats that up and takes it away. I plan to put something cool on there in the future, but we'll see when we see it. But yeah, not a whole lot of rust on there. WD-40 just cuts through grime like no other. You should be wearing gloves when you're doing this, but I was such in a hurry making these videos and doing the build at the same time because I think I went on vacation right after this. So yeah, the Ritchey Ultra right here is in that lime green with a gold flake finish paint job. It's starting to come back after this process. So yeah, first WD-40 and then afterwards I use like a car polish in order to get rid of a lot of the scratches, just stains, imperfections, watermarks, just your average car polish that you get at a major retailer will do. You'll see here a little bit of the frame as we keep moving forward. So yeah, here's the frame kind of buffed out, starting to pop a little bit. That stain's starting to go away. Bottom chain stain. There is a lot of surface rust on some of the, usual places where you'd see rust on a bike of this age. But yeah, there's that third bottle cage mount on the frame. Super sick. And this is where I start applying that car polish to really let the colors pop. But all right.
바다가고 싶을 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and stop at the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Baby 지금 우린 함께 할 수 있을까 Baby 네 눈을 보면 알 수 있을까 너도 내 맘과 같았으면 좋겠어 네 조금 느린 발걸음이 나는 좋았어 Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어
So I definitely do plan on replacing this headset. It's very rusted out and I don't think it belonged on here. I think they wanted to do a modern or quote unquote sealed bearing modern-ish, type of build on this bike. So you'll see right now. But the steering on here was very slow and you could just feel a lot of like the gunk and stuff, and I could restore the bearings on this, but yeah, these cups were just very far gone. Yeah, I wouldn't want to ride the bike with really a stuck headset on there, so went ahead and changed that out, and you'll see what I put on there. But yeah, make sure to get some right tools on there, because I mean, you could technically hit it out with a long screwdriver, a long piece of metal, brass, whatever, but it's just way easier to take off these headsets with the right tool. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have had the same results without this thing. So yeah, go ahead and buy them. They're about $20 on eBay and Amazon or something, so it'll save you a lot of headache, when taking off these old school headsets.
가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 좋겠어 baby barefoot barefoot take off your shoes and step on the bed barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot barefoot take off your shoes and step on the bed Barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까
Yeah, I went ahead and got this headset from I think eBay, and it was actually kind of a steal for an old school headset. Gosh, and then I did get that adjustable or quick release cable stop right there, but I ended up going with something else. Right here, I'm just deciding on what stem to actually use. You know, this one looks cool, but I didn't feel like it went with the build. So yeah, it's just me trying out some different builds. Here's a Ritchey stem that I have. It's a little bit longer, but yeah, you'll see what stem at the end that I ended up going with. So it's the fun part about doing these old builds. You come across cool parts. I have bins and bins of super cool parts that I could, you know, switch on and off, and it's good to save old things. You know, I'm not a fan of throwing away decent bike parts, you know, that could be used in the future. And obviously, if there's junk bike parts, I don't feel comfortable giving putting them on something this nice. But I also don't toss them. I donate them, and you know, I go about my day, because if I can't use them, someone out there can. And mind you, this, I don't keep anything that's like broken beyond repair. But yeah.
우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot barefoot take off your fishes and step in the bed barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step on the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step on the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야
Yeah, so at this stage, I'm kind of showing off a little bit of the parts that I have on here. Some Avid Ultimate brake levers and Shimano Dior DX 3x8s. And I do have some XTRs on there currently. I do end up going with a different pair of wheels though. Later on in the video, I'll give you a walkthrough. That is an old school salsa stem, very in keeping with the time. OD grips. And I don't end up staying with this saddle. There's a lot of things I don't stay with, but yeah, I'm kind of going for an XT build. I believe this is a 7-speed XT front trailer, but that's the only one I had that fit the head tube, and 8-speed rear. The 7 and 8 speeds, they're pretty compatible, so just depending on your frame. This bottom bracket's super sick. It's titanium bottom brackets, sitting cross cups, and Action Tech spindle on there. I added some brand new bearings on that thing, and you can see it's still greasy. My fingers are all nasty because it came out of another bike that was pretty much sealed shut, that I had to use a lot of 3-in-1 oil to loosen up. But yeah.
Cause I'll be with you, oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어, baby. Barefoot, barefoot. Take off your shoes and step on the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까.
Right here is where I start talking about some of the uniqueness of this bike. So as you can see here, there's fillet brazing, so it looks like a smooth transition between tubes right there. So that's super nice. And I do have another Ritchey Ultra that sadly it's not a part of my fleet anymore. I've sold it since this video has been posted, but yeah, it's a little signature of the Ritchey Ultras. And up front by the head tube are TIG welds. Right here by the seat tube, it's more fillet brazing, and as you can see, it's smooth. There's no stop to the welding. It almost looks like a solid piece of, billet steel, but no, it's fillet braze, so it's a different process. As you can see here by the bottom bracket, this little tube right there has that as well. And funny enough, my other blue Ritchey Ultra that I zoomed into a little bit ago doesn't have that. So this is a super interesting bike. There's some similarities, but there are some major differences. As you can see here, there's that top tube is kind of lugged right there, and then so that's what makes this unique too. There's a lot of little oddball things. So if y'all know more about some of the customizations back then, yeah. Here's that third bottle cage. It's scooted a little bit higher up, so there should be one in the middle, but there's not. Yeah, they separated them because they had such a long top tube. Should be right there where I'm pointing to, right there, but it's just not. So super crazy. But like I said, the guys from Gecko Cycles pretty much set the first rider up with bike that's able to, do cross country and to not, I guess need additional mounts or put all the mounts that are on there. So yeah.
절대 추운 날은 없을 거야. Cause I'll be with you, oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어, baby. Barefoot, barefoot. Take off your shoes and step on the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 말
So right now I'm actually going to put in the bottom bracket. What makes this bottom bracket very special is that it's that titanium I was talking about, and it has two cups, two adjustment pivots on the side, which could be super cool, but also super annoying to adjust. Just depending on what you have, and in some of the tools that you have, this Park Tools little pin spanner definitely did the trick in helping me adjust just some of the stuff that's down there. And I 10 out of 10 recommend to go to your local bike shop, see what kind of tool you'll need to make these adjustments. Just because I was using a regular wrench, not this cool Park Tool wrench that actually fits 3 or 4 of the pins or the empty spaces on the lock ring really well. So yeah, it's a lot of just going back and forth, seeing if things are too tight, too loose. But yeah, having the right tools for your bottom bracket, by all means. If you're going to be getting into this hobby, the worst thing you can do is get stuck and not have the right tool. I actually don't end up going with this chainring, but I go with something super similar. This right here is a Grafton chainring as well, so I'm going for like a Grafton vibe on this build. And you can see right here, before I make any final adjustments, I make sure that the front derailleur is set up for a triple chainring. I like to make this adjustment right before I tighten down the crankset, because I have plenty of cranksets, so I could go with a different build. B, I like seeing how far I could stretch the front derailleur, to see if it'll be compatible with this build. And these cranks are set up for a 7-speed, so an 8-speed wouldn't be that bad. But yeah, and I'm also doing this in the sense of checking if I need to add more tension on this side and release that side, because both sides are adjustable on this bottom bracket. But yeah, so this is a lot of fidgeting right now, so keep in mind, feel free to fast forward to any part of this video as well. But yeah.
우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 바다 가고 싶을 때, 내가 보고 싶을 때, 또 네가 많이 옆일 때, 이 노래를 들어줘. 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야, 'cause I'll be with you. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어, baby. Barefoot, barefoot, take off your shoes and step on the bed. Barefoot, barefoot, 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 내 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 바다 가고 싶을 때, 내가 보고 싶을 때, 또 네가 많이 옆일 때, 이 노래를 들어줘. Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까
Jumping in again and just want to let folks know like, hey, make sure you definitely check your tolerances before making or before finalizing a build. As you can see here, I'm putting in final cabling and stuff for this bike, but I always make sure my front derailleurs, my rear derailleurs and stuff, they work well, meaning that the front derailleur's arm can reach out to the furthest gear on there. Since I have a vintage bike right here, a 7-speed with an 8-speed will most likely work. But I always check and I always run through the gears before I put the chain on there because I hate, having to change out a bottom bracket or something. If a bottom bracket's too long, too short, or I need to change something out. I always do this in this process. I always fit my cords first, unless like I fully know like a whole group set's complete and I know a chain sets goes with the group set that I'm on, or the crank arms go with the group set, then I'm usually safe there. But yeah, always check those tolerances, see if your front derailleur is compatible. And there is a lot of adjustment, just FYI, you can't slap a front derailleur and on another bike that's fitted for one bike to work on another bike. You just can't expect that. It's 9 out of 10 it won't work. But in this case, there's very few adjustments needed to make it work correctly. But yeah.
우린 같은 온도에 있어
So yeah, I ended up actually finding this really cool cable stop by Ritchey that's actually period correct for this bike. Doesn't have a quick release, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's Ritchey, so did end up paying, about 60 USD for it. So it was one of those parts that you get and then you're just like, should I have spent that? But once the build's done, y'all will understand and you'll see like, hey, this looks cool on there. Just as a quick another service announcement, make sure you're able to twist your handlebars left and right when you're putting in cables. As you can see here, I kind of like to leave them about like a 90-degree turn when I'm actually doing it. And I know this is the front brake, so it doesn't really matter because the front brake doesn't necessarily pull on anything. But yeah, just make sure you can turn left and right when you're sizing these cables up, and give yourself some slack. And as you can see here, there's plenty of slack on this. But yeah, so keep that in mind.
Oh, I have your Costco card. Oh, yeah.
가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 옆일 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your fishes and step in the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘. 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야. Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby. Barefoot, barefoot. Take off your shoes and step in the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘. 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야. Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby. Barefoot, barefoot. Take off your shoes and step in the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. Barefoot, barefoot. 우린 같은 온도에 있어. 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까. 바다 가고 싶을 때 내가 보고 싶을 때 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘. 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야. Cause I'll be with you oh. 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby. Barefoot, barefoot. Take off your shoes and step in the bed. Barefoot, barefoot. 또 네가 많이 아플 때 이 노래를 들어줘 절대 추운 날은 없을 거야 Cause I'll be with you 오늘도 좋은 꿈만 꿨으면 좋겠어 baby Barefoot, barefoot Take off your shoes and step in the bed Barefoot, barefoot 우린 같은 온도에 있어 푸른 네 바닷속은 얼마나 깊을까
So if you made it to the end of this video, even if you fast forwarded, that's still great. I don't mind. I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough of this build, and as this video is labeled, yes, I'm gonna go over the final reasons. I know I did throughout the video, but I just wanted to give a final wrap up of why this is, in my opinion, a one of one, because I don't think another Ritchey Ultra in this setup exists. And I'm talking about the bare frame, not even the components that are on there, but I know that in the previous videos you've seen different components on this bike, so but I didn't want to re-record and then, you know, re-demonstrate the whole 9 yards. Anyways, so I'll go ahead and just wrap it up. So reason A why this is a one of one in my opinion: 3 bottle cage mounts, super sick. My old Ritchey Ultra that you saw like a really quick blip of had one in the middle right here, so the guys at Gecko Cycles, I guess, just separated them, put one further up here, one down here, and poof, you have 3. So super cool. Like I said, the previous owner was some backroads guy, super into mountain biking, so you know, he needed the extra bottle cage mount. I don't know what for, but hey, you know what, good on him. I went with White Industries wheels instead of the XTR M900s. I went with a different saddle, a Physique saddle with a Control Tech seat post. I went with these P&W grips, super comfy. I think they kind of like absorb stains a little bit better than the black, but that's just me. I don't know. One freaking drawback is this. So this front derailleur was sold to me as working, everything worked well, and sad enough, the front viewing little viewer to tell you which gear you're on does not work. See, I'm like cycling, and I know you're not supposed to shift while you're standing still or when your bike's not in motion. I get it, but just for the video's sake, it doesn't move. It doesn't go to 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 1, vice versa. The rear one works beautifully, cool. Same front hub, but different rim. I believe that's a Sun UFO rim. Yes, it is. Grafting cranks, I went with a different crank. The other one was a grafting crank, but this one fits the bike, in my opinion, a little bit better. And they fit me a little bit better at 172.5. It's a very small difference, and I know a lot of the comments are gonna say, you can't feel that, you can't feel the difference. I definitely feel the difference, and that's just me. This is my bike, so. Yeah, the difference between the old cranks and these cranks, these are a little bit more of a silver tone, and they actually taper in, so very unique. So if you know more about these cranks, let me know. I'm still looking for a correct bottom bracket. This one kind of sticks out a little bit, so I'll find one in the future. That one works for me right now. But yeah, here's the build, and here's my Ritchey Ultra from 1988, one of one. I'm assuming, unless there's a twin of this, I'd love to see it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever seen a bike like this customized so long ago, especially with this super cool paint job. It's almost like a candy apple green, but with a gold flake on there. It does come with its scratches and stuff. I'm not trying to hide those, you know. This is my grocery getter, so I kind of do like that it's like a stealthy build. You know, you can't really tell what it is. You do see decent parts on there, you know, but you have to be a pretty knowledgeable bike guy to like stop and, you know, kind of look if you're in opposing traffic or if you're walking by it. It just looks like a green bike, which I love. One more final, I don't know if this is customized, if this was customized by the guys at Gecko Cycles, but the bottle or the cable stops right here are actually in the middle, like directly in the middle of the frame. I don't know if that's from Ritchey or if that's from the Gecko Cycles customization when they did that. I don't know. And same with these. I wish I had my old Ritchey Ultra, but my blue Ritchey Ultra, but I sold it sadly in the time that I started this video and that I'm finishing this video. So I can't really show y'all on camera like the comparisons, but these cable stops are actually pushed forward. So super interesting there. I'm not gonna break out the measuring tool because it's whatever. Like they are different, so I don't think they're the same exact year, but I could be wrong. But anyways, if y'all have ever seen a Ritchey Ultra in this color scheme with these bottle cage mounts from 1988, you know, I'd love to see it. But yeah, if you like YouTube videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm hopefully gonna be posting this beginning January. So, but yeah, and as a little teaser, yes, that's real. And yes, I do have a rat's nest of bikes, but we have some cool bikes in there. So I can't wait to go through them with you all, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.